Can you imagine almost losing your house twice because of the Great Depression, or having to help your dad with construction on roofs as a kid just to get by? My grandpa, Philip Rodenbeck, had to work as soon as he was old enough, just to help his family survive through the Depression. My grandpa is an inspiration because despite the many hardships he endured, with hard work and determination he was able to rise from nothing, obtaining his engineering degree from a local extension of Indiana University, Purdue University, having a successful career as an engineer, marrying his high school sweetheart, and eventually having his own family. Throughout his career he had a significant effect on others and the world as he worked on major projects ranging from designing test equipment for the space industry to designing motors. My grandpa literally came from nothing and was able to achieve his dreams of becoming an engineer and having a family. Because of this, he taught me with hard work, anything is possible. This inspired me to chase my dream of obtaining a PhD in immunology, where I can pursue a career in a research lab trying to cure diseases. It is important for people to understand my grandpa's journey so it inspires them to pursue their own dreams and aspirations. My grandpa was raised in an 800 square foot house with 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom, along with 7 brothers and sisters. A coal furnace was used to heat the house in the winter, which had no insulation. When my grandpa was just 14 years old, he would scale buildings with his dad, who was a carpenter. His older brothers were off at war, so he was the only one who could help his father. My grandpa said he'll never forget that frightening experience, but he knew he had to do it to help his family. It is moving how he sacrificed at a young age in order to support his family. The Depression took a toll on his family, and they never were able to fully recover. When he was 16 years old, he began working at a grocery store. He would walk a mile to school and then another 2 miles to work. In his downtime, he would spend time with his friends at Paul's Restaurant, which was the teenage hangout place. Here is where he met a girl named Marcia, who he married as soon as both of them graduated high school. They have been married for 50 years. After graduating high school, he would work during the day and then take night classes at a local extension of IUPU to obtain an engineering degree. His physics professor failed him in the class because he did not show up for a test when his wife was in labor. Despite this setback, he retook the class with a different teacher and received a B. It is impressive how a young man worked while attending school, and it is inspirational how he did not give up and kept fighting to achieve his dream, even when one professor failed him. After obtaining his degree in engineering, he was hired as a draftsman at a company that was working on space vehicles because Russia had just launched Sputnik, so the U.S. was opening up more space industry jobs to compete. He lost that job, so he applied for an engineering job at Eckridge & Sons, where he designed buildings and built equipment to manufacture meat. This opportunity inspired him to make machines, so he decided to apply for a different job at Industra. Here he would design electric motors the size of a thimble, helping them to become a world-class company selling products to Russia, Italy, England, and Japan. General Electric hired him away from Industra, but he later resigned from GE because they wanted him to travel to Singapore. He did not want to be far away from his wife and 2 kids. Within a half hour of resigning from GE, he received a phone call from a local company wanting to hire him as a lead engineer. It is inspirational how my grandpa followed his heart and did not let his career break him away from his family. In 2005, he retired from being an engineer. He feels that in his lifetime he has been blessed because of the opportunities he was given. The most precious moments in his life were when his children and grandchildren were born. He says he'll never forget how rewarding it was to watch his children and his grandchildren running around his house and playing. My grandpa is an amazing man who came from no money and endured many hardships in order to work his way up in society. His determination and passionate heart are traits to admire. Even though he experienced challenges, he was able to overcome them to obtain his dream of becoming an engineer and having a family. My grandpa overcame adversity, becoming an engineer, who had a significant effect on others in the world with his designs and inspired me to pursue my own dreams and follow my heart because of his remarkable journey.